are in Geneva on Watches and Wonders, and right now I'm in TAG Heuer. My name is Martin, and
my name is Marion. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you. And we are going to show our customers in Slovakia new products from TAG Heuer, and we can start with Three Hands Carrera.
Yes. So today we are introducing a new version of our iconic Day Dates product on Carrera.
I have old one on my wrist.
Yes, which is already a great one.
Yep.
So the idea this year was to really come forward with the celebration of our comeback as the official timekeeper for Formula One and paying tribute to Jack Heuer avant-garde spirit. In the golden age of motorsports, he was really talented. He would pick up drivers, the talented ones, and he would give them watches as a token of luck. And some of
if
them,
they win.
Not only if they won, he would spot them, say, this is a really talented driver. If they win, he would give them some watches, and sometimes they did win. So in the end, Carrera ended up being at the wrist of some of the most victorious drivers back in the 70s. And so this is why we included...
Excuse me, also with what type on the caseback? For drivers.
Sometimes some of the most lucky ones had some golden watches engraved with success. And so for Ronnie Peterson, for instance, he had this very... not all of the drivers were lucky enough to get such a watch, but some of them did.
Yes, okay.
So this is why we come up with a new symbol that really embodies this, spirits of success and victory, which is called the Victory Wreath, which is some sort of a crown of laurel. And what did we choose this symbol? Because when the drivers would win a Grand Prix, they would get, this big crown of laurels. So this is what we took this symbol as a little hint to the success that they had.
Nice one.
And we engraved it at the back of the timepiece so that every wearer could feel a bit of this, luck and wear it on their wrist every day and to have a bit of the Jack Heuer spirits with them.
And we are looking on the caseback. The next thing what we can see is the new movement.
Of course. This is also a way to emphasize the new movement, which is a manufactured movement that we co-developed with the manufacturer AMT, specially designed for TAG Heuer.
For TAG Heuer, okay.
For us, so it's especially for us. It's a great movement. It enjoys 80 hours of power reserve. It's 5-year extended warranty, so it's a very precise and reliable movement. We're very proud of it. It is housed in a new case that we completely redesigned.
Okay.
So the idea was to really put ergonomy at the forefront of this development.
Okay.
We changed a little bit the bezel, which is
sleeker.
A little bit slimmer.
So watches are bigger.
Exactly.
It seems like it looks like bigger. Yes.
For Carrera, what is very important is legibility of the information.
Yes.
Because for us, design always has to be functional. We don't do design for the sake of it. It always has a meaning. So this is why here we developed a new dial, which is 3-dimensional, in order to display the information around in a more clearer way, in a sense. So the minute scale is a bit bigger. You see here on the old version, it was very small on the edge, a bit like steep like this. There is like more curvy.
Yeah, more curvy. Yeah, that's the right word. And you add also another scale.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. You have kind of a double scale to really be precise.
Yes.
We also upgraded our date disc in order to be a bit more subtly integrated, tone on tone.
Tone on tone.
Exactly.
Okay, I have mine in white color.
Yes, so it was a bit more striking.
Yeah.
This we feel was way more elegant.
Yes.
A mix of sports and elegance together.
Customer had complaints on the white dial, but I received from my boss as a gift this watch. But I love it.
So this is what we did on most of them. So here you have a black disc. Here you have a green disc. Here is black as well, but because you have this gradient shade of black and red,
makes sense.
Okay. Well, and here is blue.
Yeah, perfect.
Exactly. So we have also different kinds of finishing. So here is really the iconic version, which is our signature blue with a sunray brush dial, which is it really emphasizing the beauty of that color. But you have different kinds of finishes. On this one, for instance, which is a very interesting one as well, you have this grained finish, which gives a bit more of a racetrack aspect.
On the dial, you mean something like
it's a bit grained. You see, it's
grain. Yes, I like it.
And it contrasts
3D effect.
Exactly. And this is really a racing inspired piece because you have those touches of colors, which gives
understand.
And you have this racing perforated.
And what do we waterproof? Is still 100 meters?
It's 100. It's 100 meters. I have actually, yes, 100 meters.
100 meters.
It's 100 meters.
And also, this model comes also with new bracelet, new style bracelet.
So the bracelet, we kept the identity of it because it's very successful among our customers, but we wanted to make it more practical. So what we did is we did a
very simple,
a very clever, quick adjustment system where you can be at home and you kind of it's the summer, your wrist is getting a bit bigger. You want to readjust. So you hold the bracelet in the middle.
Okay.
And then you pull the side, you twist, and then you just have to slide down
Yeah,
the link.
nice.
Oh,
It's very simple.
well, it doesn't seem simple when I do it, but it is. And you just slide it, and it gets
Easy.
Yeah, easy.
Easy.
And
yes.
you can put it back very easily that way. Tuck,
Nice.
And then you twist it back, and it's back in
Absolutely
place.
practical. Absolutely
Very
practical. You can order because we have also a web shop in our country, also in Hungary. So customers can right now order the watches with bracelet strap.
Mhm.
They don't need to write to us to make additional adjustments. You can do it by yourself, and this is the
Yeah.
key point of this watch.
Also, in terms of ergonomy, what we changed as well on the metal bracelet is now we have a triple folding clasp, which also makes it look nicer on the
Okay.
wrist. So we used to have just a double folding clasp. Now it's like butterfly,
Okay,
which
nice.
is also nicer and more elegant. So it's a bit more integrated.
So many advantages of these watches, but the price goes a little bit up.
Yeah. Well, the movement is a significant upgrade.
Significant, yeah.
Significant.
Warranty also 5 years.
Yes, absolutely. Which is, but it used to be 2 on the ones that you have. So this is why like it's a great upgrade. So now it's 4,100 Swiss francs. I don't know how much that makes in your local.
Something approximately 4,000 euro in Slovakia.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The thing is, it was a challenge for us because the movement is very sturdy, very reliable, but it was slightly thicker than the one you have on your watch.
Okay.
But we managed to actually keep the width, the thickness.
This is very
pretty much the
important.
same.
This is very
exactly.
important. Yes.
But what we did on the case side, we reworked like alternate finishings in order to give the impression of slimness. That
Okay.
You have this dynamic, and because the bezel is a little slimmer as well.
Bezel is slimmer, and the rest of the case is under this case. The case bag is under the case.
Yes.
It's hidden
Yes.
in your
absolutely.
wrist. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Because 80 hour of power reserve seems that you need to use a bigger power reserve play. So.
Absolutely.
So nice. You are perfect. I will always do interview with you.
Right.
And please tell me, because I love a blue color, but my new favorite from this one is this smoky burgundy.
Yes.
I really like this color. It's very interesting. I like this.
Well, we also chose, so red is also a very important color for us. It's part of our logo. But for here, we wanted to emphasize the elegance of this watch, but also to give an impression, to highlight the three-dimensional aspect,
Yeah.
The curvy aspect.
Yep,
of
okay.
so this is
It
why
works.
we decided to do this like shaded and
It
fumé
works.
smoked effects.
It works.
To emphasize as well the legibility of the minuterie, the minute scale around it. So this is why it's a nice way to emphasize the new design.